bringing you some of the best speakers and teachers from across the globe. Their words inspiring you towards your best days. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast, Speakers Hub.
Good morning. The Learn, Develop, Live podcast is back with another adventure with the Speaker Hub today. Thanks for joining me on another chapter of the LDL journey. It is the first ever appearance today on the LDL podcast for John Addison. Now during this talk, we're going to find out how the power of our thoughts can create the reality that we live in. As John will explain, you really can change your life by changing your attitude towards it.
I want to talk to you today in the next few minutes. I really want to spend some time talking to you about the most important topic in your life. The most important topic in your life. And I want to ask you to open your ears. More importantly, open your hearts. Because I've worked very hard on this message that I want to give to this room of achievers today. Now, I'm not talking to you about your weight. I'm not talking to you about your health. I'm not talking to you about your wealth. I'm here to talk to you today about you. The most important thing in the world to you is you. It's your life. It's your dreams. I want to talk to you today about living the life you were put on this earth to live. See, there's only one you. In the history of humanity, back to the time they were painting on caves, there's only been one you. And when one of these days you're the guest of honor at the event you'd just as soon not go to, after that, there was only one you. You need to live a life of happiness and fulfillment. See, I believe the greatest definition of success is happiness. It's happiness. It's not money. Look, I'm a blessed country boy from Covington, Georgia. And life has blessed me abundantly. But I'm here to tell you, money will not make you happy. Money is great, but it can't buy a happy soul. Nothing is more important to you than your life, your dreams. So I want to ask you all a question. And you're not going to have to hold your hand up or anything. Are you where you want to be in your life? If you were rating it 1 to 10 right now, where would you put it? Now there's a few Eeyores that would be a 0 or a 1. And then there's a few people, I'm a 10. They rate themselves a 10 in anything. But I think for most honest people, they would say, I'm about a 6 or a 7. So I want to talk to you about increasing that number. I've always said, people are designed for success, but something called life comes along and programs and conditions them for failure. You talk to a bunch of 5-year-olds, pick a school. I don't care what side of town it's in. You talk to a bunch of 5-year-olds and you say, what do you want to do with your life? And they've got big dreams. They want to be a pilot. They want to be a doctor. They want to be a sports star. They want to be an astronaut. They want to do something great. But then something happens. They grow up. And then they go out in the real world. And they get something called a boss. Or they get a job just over broke. And they start grinding down on them. The world starts wearing those dreams down. and they start just existing. They give up on their dreams and they start just accepting it. Well, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Not for you. Not for your life. But you have to show up and fight like crazy. Fight like a junkyard dog for your dreams and for your life. You've got to demand success and happiness for your family. Life will give you what you accept. If you accept a life of too much month at the end of the money, using Mr. MasterCard to pay off Mr. Visa, that's what life will give you. You got to demand it. You got to be a fighter. So I want to talk to you in just a few minutes about a handful of keys. These aren't things I think. These are things I know. This has been my life's walk. Seeing thousands of people go from here to here to literally transform their lives. The first key is how you think. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich said thoughts are things. To truly succeed, you have to control your thinking. But in today's digital, immediate media world, it's tougher than ever. Question for you. Who do you give the keys to your brain to? Who do you turn over that, we heard Dr. Amen, who do you turn over that brain and give control of it to? There's thousands of articles of research on what to eat, what we put in our bodies. But there's not enough on what we put in our brain. I'm here to tell you, you can eat all the kale in the world. But if you load your brain with a bunch of garbage, you're not going to be a healthy, happy human being. If your thinking is stinking, your dreams are shrinking. That is an absolute 100% fact. Your thinking is the navigation system of your destiny. Your life is aimed today at your current most dominant thought. Who do you listen to? Who do you associate with? We all know them. We have them in our lives. Those people we associate with that if you ever make the mistake of saying, "How are you doing today?" you wish you could stuff the words back in your mouth, because they will share with you exactly how crappy everything is. If excited, positive people in this room would share their feelings the same way negative people do, we could change the world. You have got to disassociate from those people. You have to be careful what you allow to come in here. I've said forever, never take advice from anyone more screwed up than you are. We all laugh. It's always a great humorous line in a John talk. But we do it. Whether it's celebrities, God forbid. Whether it's our neighbors. Just turn on the TV and watch what you're allowing to influence your thinking. You have to commit to personal development. In my life, it started with my mom, who was the greatest influence in my life. And we always had Guideposts by Norman Vincent Peale at home, or something by Robert Schuller, or something by Paul Harvey. She wanted to make sure that my thinking would move me forward. Because in life, you're either moving forward or you're going backwards. You don't stay the same. We are not human beings. We are human becomings. We are becoming something. You're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotten. Every day in your life, you got to weed the negative and you got to fertilize the positive. Now, a lot of people go, oh, that's just a bunch of positive things. Well, I'm telling you, all that positive thinking and how you think and what you determine your destiny to be, it works.
If you'd like to watch that video, it can be found on the YouTube and it's called John Addison's Success Tips for Living the Life You Desire. And this comes from the Success Magazine YouTube channel. Now, if you're pumped up and ready to go, come and get yourself on the calendar to book your free 30-minute LDL power call. It is free. Let's get you moving in the right direction before you lose sight. You are destined for greatness, but we need to get you on the right track first. Now that's all from me today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.
The Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
3, 2, 1. Come on. Volumes up.
Bringing you some sunshine.
Sunshine. Let's go.
Through your speakers.
Thanks for listening. You can find more motivation and inspiration at learndeveloplive.com. And we'll be back to inspire you again tomorrow.